What's up, Wizards? It's me, Mooner. Hey, I'm back from a hiatus. I got a gameplay vid for you today. This is against Leviathan. Kano versus Levia, CC. With my commentary, as always. Hope everyone is doing well. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, do me a favor. Help me help the channel grow. Just trying to spread that Wizard love throughout the Wraith Nation. Anyways, I've heard a lot of chatter about this game, or this matchup particularly, being very, very difficult, in which it is. With Levia having access to AB1 plus essentially Spell Void 4, it kind of turns off any combo potential. So you're left with one of two options. You're left with either catching her off guard and catching her off by surprise, or forcing her to use it as early as possible. Now, with her only having essentially AB1 at the start of the game, unless she wants to pop her, Spell Void, or, her gloves and her chest piece, you can actually get her down to a pretty low life total and get her, within combo kill range, to the point where you don't even need to combo kill her. You can just essentially surprise and do like a little surprise sneak attack. Well, let's see how this game goes under. Anyways, I choose to go first usually because as always, just like getting in some extra damage and having the possibility of getting some potions and an arsenal is just really important to me. And she essentially only has AB1 currently, so if I can force through some damage, I'm gonna damn sure try. And I do get to force through an Aether Flare into a Prognosticate, so I do get to force through a nice solid 6 damage, and then put another Aether Flare in the arsenal. So that's pretty much a win-win for me right there. And without her being able to, I'll leave that on top. Without her actually being able to physically block, I'm not letting her fill her graveyard or anything like that. So she's forced to do things like play Art of Wars and things like that. So she doesn't have any way to banish cards from her graveyard, or she doesn't have any, so she's forced to play like things like Art of War, and that's fine. This is just going to be a race. I am just going to try to deal her as much damage as fast as possible and get her into that like 20-ish life total, and she's just going to throw a swing big for 8, and then if I remember correctly, she throws a Command and Conquer. But I have to, yeah. And I don't want that to hit, so I am going to block a little bit here. And then just throw another Aether Flare at her for 4, unfortunately, and put this Aether Spindle in the arsenal. Although there is an argument to just hit her with the Aether Spindle at first, and leave the Aether Flare for a better turn. But I would like to, I think that would have been a better play, honestly, to leave the Aether Flare in arsenal and hit her with the Spindle. But c'est la vie. Anyways, so she's gonna throw a Dread Screamer here, come in for 6. And then a Slithering Shadow Piece coming in for another 6. Take me all the way down to 10. And so here's where I decide to throw this Spindle at her, and it actually ends up paying off for me dividends. You'll see here why. Because she doesn't block any of this, and she decides to take all 5, and I see a super boss hand here, so I'm going to pause this real quick. So this is where I'm going to try to utilize well, let's see. So what I'm going to do is, I already have a Blazing Aether in hand, so I'm going to put these 2 I'm going to organize it like that so that I can Kano into a Sonic Boom, hit her for 3, if she didn't want to block the spindle, she probably isn't going to block this. Well, she only has AB1, so if she doesn't want to break her equipment. So I'm basically forcing her to either use her equipment now or take a bunch of damage. Because Sonic Boom into Blazing Aether, and then I also have another blue on top. So yeah, we're going to Sonic Boom into Sonic Boom. So we did 5 plus 3 plus 3 into a Blazing Aether. This is going to come in for 11. And then I'm going to activate my Ragamuffins hat and grab that blue that I organized on top. Kano into this last Blazing Aether, and it's going to come in for 22. And so this is what I meant by catching her off guard. Being able to kill her without utilizing Aether Wildfire, and I did it on my turn too. So the only piece of equipment I used was my Ragamuffins hat. And you know, even with Spell Void 4 and AB1, she can't prevent all that damage. She still takes 17, and I end up winning that game like that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace out, Wizards. Until next time, it's yours truly, Mooner.